Okay, hello everyone, my name is Chris. So today I'm going to talk to you about who Chris is. So there's a very important person in my lifetime who was a very prominent part of about who I am, and that's my grandfather. So there's 4 things that my grandfather did that was a big part of my life. So first, he was in the Army Air Corps. Second, he was a photographer. Third, he was an avid traveler. And fourth, he was a big skier. So yeah, so he did lots of great things when we were kids. My brother and I were kids. My grandfather took us on trips. We would go up to Michigan. He'd take us skiing. And those were absolutely some of the best moments of my childhood. I absolutely loved it. Those were really great things that I remember from my childhood. Second thing is my grandfather was a photographer. So I love photography. I love doing all kinds of things with my camera and taking pictures and going on vacations and taking lots of pictures. But the 2 things that are really big influences for me, for my grandfather, was the fact that he was in the Army Air Corps, and I also joined the Air Force. Also, he was really big into travel. In fact, my grandfather was pretty unique in that respect. He actually went to Syria. He went to Afghanistan in the 1960s. Nobody had ever heard about Afghanistan at that point in time. So he would go all over the world. He would go on vacation all kinds of different places. He would actually have like little family gatherings. We would have like the little, the old style, what do you call it, the Kodak, the presentations that he would have, and we look at his pictures from the families, and yeah, we absolutely loved it. It was just really neat. And my grandfather also had a very large shelf. The shelf had all kinds of books on places around the world. I remember I was a kid. I was probably like 7 or 8 years old. I'd look through these books and I thought, oh man, one of these days I really want to go out there and just go check out all kinds of really unique places. Also, there was all kinds of little phrases in the back of the books. So when I was a kid, I would actually look at the language and I'd say, oh yeah, I want to learn how to speak Thai, practice Japanese, I practice French. It was really, really neat for me. So that he was a huge influence on my life. He really did a lot of things that I thought was really neat. And also some of the things that he did is he did a lot of traveling. He did a lot of skiing, a lot of traveling when he was skiing. He was in Switzerland. He skied in France. So I remember him, there's like a picture of him with like a little beret. He had a cigarette, of course, not so cool now, but cigarettes back then, those were kind of a big deal. So he had one of those, he had the suspenders, and he had like the little yellow ski pants, and I thought, man, this guy is cool. When I grow up, I want to be just like him. So that was a big influence on my life. And I love talking with my grandfather. He taught me how to just do like pictures. We would do he'd say, okay, we do a little travel. He'd take us out west. He'd say, okay, now here's a beautiful vista. Let's take the camera and let's show you how to take a picture of this beautiful vista. So he did that with us, and he was just a really big part of my life. So he was, so we did all kinds of things. We did lots of traveling with him. He took us on family vacations down to South Carolina. So there's lots of really great things. And so one of the things I thought, if I want to do lots of traveling, there's got to be a way for me to be able to do that. So I thought, maybe I'll join the Air Force and maybe I can do a little traveling. So I did lots of stuff. I lived overseas for, I lived in Germany for 3 years. I lived in the Netherlands for 3 years. Lived in Korea for a year. So that was a big influence on my life. So to sum up, my grandfather was a very big influence on my life, and he was an influence in 4 ways. He got me into photography, he got me into skiing, he got me into traveling, and he also basically helped get me into the Air Force. So, and that is Chris Vier in a nutshell.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Thank you.